Isip chairman sa komitiba sa housing o sa urban poor ng Igsoon. Kasing-kasing ang akong pagpasalamat kaninyo sa inyong suporta ng gihatag sa miyaging eleksyon. Kung wala ang mga beneficiaryo sa atong mga trust and confidence, guys, this incident this morning is a game changer. Ako nang gatawagon game changer. Why? This is the first time that a city like us, like the city of Cagayan de Oro, was able to put up this kind of socialized housing program. Medium rise, condominium type. Kita ang naguna. Kita karon naguna din sa Pilipinas. O makita na to, nga desente, patsada, komportable, mga puyanan sa tao. O bulahan ang mga beneficiary. May plani kabuk may 240 ba? Ha? Ka mga units. Kay kada building, murag na ay 20. 24 ka mga units. Now, ako expectation nga na ay mga 20 ka building na human. Pero sige lang, kay napulo pa ni karon. 10 pa karon. Hapit na ang another 10. Hopefully. Human aning programa, magsugod lang po kita sa inanig yapon nga socialized housing sa Lumbia. Matsada kayo. Kung paspas lang gini, between among three agencies in the government. Primero ang atong syudad, ikadua ang private sector, mamoy na-develop sa yuta, o yung katulo ang SUBDIVISION. Patsada kayo, mga kooperasyon, kurambos. So, salamat kayo nini.
When people will no longer remember us. But what is important is during our time we have done our best, and the best still is being pushed not only by our children but future generations to come.
Not just one, but a collaboration among different agencies sharing the same visions and aspirations when it comes to providing decent shelter to the marginalized yet deserving sector of the city.
We are gathered here from the fruit of the collaboration between the local government of Cagayan de Oro and the Social Housing Finance Corporation. In fact, we are live now in Facebook.
Right? Diba, live man tag, guys? Ato ipakita po sa katawan sa Cagayan de Oro kung unsa ta kabibo diri. Be, hep hep! Otro! Hep hep! O, diba?
Alright, so Department Head, Engineer Ernest and B. Pimentel. A round of applause, please.
Mayong buntag, tanan, Secretary De Lusario, and the rest of your teams, the shoot. Thank you for coming. Indeed, this is the first time that nanay nagbisita diri nga senador, nanay secretary, so murag dako gini nga project, no? And then we would like also to thank Atty. Cabling and the team sa SUBDIVISION. Good morning and thank you for coming. And then Mayor Moreno and all of the department heads and staff diri sa City Hall. And of course, ang atong yung mga kuan gyud, no, mao gini sila ang pinaka center karon sa atong programa, ang mga 240 ka mga naunang beneficiaryo aning atong turnover sa napulo ka building. So mao ni sila, Secretary, Mayor and Atty. Cabling. So isa ka makusganon nga pakpak sa tanan. Gamay lang ang difference sa practice. Itaw. Gamay, it's just a short information about this project. So, one, this is really the as we call it, morag pioneering for the city. Pioneering in a sense na this is a whole package of housing development that the city government of Cagayan de Oro is engaging. No? Although we know, no, in Sendong and Katong Piso-Piso, there were already 53 relocation sites or relocation areas that we are maintaining as of now. Pero kato siya, most of the Sendong na mga relocation, of about mga 23 relocation sites, were assisted by the national government then, kay Sendong man to, no? The city assisted that. No? But anyway, ato gyapon ng relocation. But more of a kanang atong gignon nga it's either row houses or katong one-story building. No? So the city assisted and with the national government and the various nga mga private sector nga nag-donate atong mga units. No? Now, ang piso-piso, as we all know, most of those are katong lot only. No? Gihatag sa syudad, gihatag dili, at cost. No? Kung unsa ang cost sa yuta that they are occupying, that's also the amount they are asked to pay. No? So it's not really piso-piso, but that was term used then, no, by the previous administration. Now, as Mayor Moreno engaged housing and really created the Department of Housing, isag yun sa kanang gayno nato nga gi-pioneer yun and the leadership of Mayor. Salamat ta kay before siya mo exceed, nakita gid niya ang completion ani nga project, no? So one, we really acquired this property. No? Kini is a 5-hectare property costing us about 11.7 million with a negotiation kini maayos Mayor ani, no? And negotiate ni Mayor ang pagpalit ani of about 189 per square meter. So ingana kabarato ang kantidad ani nga yuta, no? When it was negotiated. And then muna nga ang land acquisition nga gibuhat sa syudad, we were able to attract SUBDIVISION, no, to engage with us in this collaborative effort of socialized housing. So we're able to organize 900 plus beneficiaries or ISFs, and then we organize them to access loan to the SUBDIVISION. So mabali ni karon, there are about 40 ka buildings that you are seeing, 40 ka ingon ani nga buildings in this one subdivision that will accommodate more or less the 980 or 960 ka households. Now, SUBDIVISION or the beneficiary already paid the city for the footprints of your buildings. No? So bayad na ang syudad ana. No? So it's a matter of transferring the title to the beneficiaries through SUBDIVISION. No? So ang unsa may wala na bayad, and dili na ninyo bayaran, kay eventually the city will facilitate that mana ni inyong dalan o kaning mga open spaces.
A very important person who's here with us in this morning's activity. Let us put our hands together for the Secretary of the Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development, Secretary Eduardo D. De Rosario. Round of applause, please.
Thank you very much. Please be seated. Maayong buntag sa tanan. I would like to greet the Honorable Mayor, Oscar Moreno, and all the city councilors, housing officials, led by Engineer Pimentel, the President of SUBDIVISION, Attorney Nonong Kabling, and all the SUBDIVISION officials. Andito, Executive Vice President, para yung head office ng SUBDIVISION nag-transfer na dito sa Balubal. I was surprised when I came over, puro mga officials of SUBDIVISION ang nakita ko. Akala ko tuloy, empleyado kayong lahat ng SUBDIVISION. I would like to greet the Honorable Barangay Captain Pablo Bagtong, the President of the Federation, Ma'am Judy Umali. May balita ako sa homeowners mamaya. Of course, I would like to greet the Regional Director of our department, Region 10, Ariel Abragan. Ayaw nga, Ariel, hindi ka nakakilala dito. Siya ang department Regional Director. Siya ang magtabang sa inyo sa additional na gusto naming i-donate para sa inyong homeowners. Of course, to all the HOA officials and members of the homeowner associations, ladies and gentlemen, again, good morning, maayong buntag. When I was approaching, I saw na maganda yung project ng SUBDIVISION. So, nalipay ako dako dahil maganda ang ipinagawa ng SUBDIVISION sa tulong ng local government units headed by Mayor Moreno. So, palakpakan natin si Mayor at ang SUBDIVISION. Dito natin mapakita ang convergence ng national government, local government unit, at ang private sector. Kasi itong project natin nagawa dahil sa tulong-tulong ng different agencies. Ang lupa, ito ay nanggaling sa local government unit at napakababa yung naging presyo ng lupa nitong sa ating housing project. Ang land development naman, pinrovide ng private sector. At ang housing construction through the financing scheme of the Social Housing Finance Corporation, nagawa natin itong napakagandang housing project para sa inyong mga informal settlers. So makikita natin dito yung effectiveness ng convergence of efforts being spearheaded by the national government in direct coordination with the local government unit. Ito po ginagawa natin nationwide, most especially in areas where there is a big concentration of informal settler families. Because in housing, we consider shelter as a right of every Filipino family. Kaya po ang utos na ating mahal na Pangulo, President Duterte, maglagay tayo ng important emphasis and focus for the welfare of the informal settlers nationwide. Sa amin pong inventory, ang informal settlers nationwide ay maabot ng 3 million. At yung pong 3 million na yan, kung ating tutulungan, we will be needing about 2 trillion pesos. Napakalaking gastos. Kaya po may isang kandidato na presidente, sabi niya, pag siya naging presidente, bibigyan kayong lahat ng pabahay. Palagay ko po ay imposible yun. Hindi pwedeng makapagbigay ng libre ang gobyerno dahil ang even United States nagkakaproblema sa housing. How much more tayo na bansa na hindi kasing yaman ng Estados Unidos. Kaya sana wag mag-promise na mga promise na alam naman natin na walang patutunguhan. Ang kailangan po natin dito ay convergence of efforts. Tulong-tulong. Lahat ng kayang ibigay ng national government, local government unit, and the private sector, yun po ang ipinapackage ng Department of Human Settlements para makatulong tayo sa mga nangangailangan ng disente, affordable, at pwede mo mong ipagmalaki na bahay. Ito po ang ating damgo ng Department of Human Settlements, and I am very much grateful for the support provided by the local government unit and the efforts provided by our shelter agency, Social Housing Finance Corporation. Now, sa good news na sinabi ko kanina, nabanggit ko kay Mayor Moreno na tayo ay magbibigay ng dagdag na common facilities para dito sa housing project sa Balubal. We are providing 6 million for the construction of a covered court. And additional 2 million for daycare center. Libre po yun, libre. It's a grant. Wala kayong babayaran. Salamat daw sa amin ni Presidente, Federation President, na dungog na ako kahit nasa likod, nasa luyo na ako. And then I was informed by Engineer Gilbang that you would like that your units be finished, ibig sabihin, with tiles and paintings. Hindi pwedeng libre yun, ano? I-request natin si Vice Mayor na gumawa ng ating mga buildings na isama to, pero yung dagdag nyo ay mababa lamang. So I understand it's 530 if the additional features to make it more livable. Kasi gusto ko sana pagpasok ng isang unit, whether a single unit or two-story like this na lofted, yung bang pagpasok mo, pasisihan ang iyong mata dahil disente, maganda na kagad. Kasi kung titignan ko kayo, mukhang rough finish. Kailangan pa lagyan ng tiles, kailangan pang pinturahan. And in their estimate, it would cost about 50,000 per unit. Pero babayaran po ninyo. But we will raise the 530,000, yung corresponding amount, I was told by Engineer Gilbang, it may amount to about 50 to 60,000 pesos. So para nyo, bago nyo ma-occupy, kailangan talagang dissenting na, maganda, at pagpasok mo, panatag ang loob mo, na tumira. So with that, I am very satisfied, very grateful, and I see from your eyes that you are happy with your housing.
Thank you so much, Secretary Lucio, for that insightful message.
Award awarded by the Local Social Welfare and Development Office of the Philippines under Highly Organized City category for Mindanao Island. Let us all hear from our very own City Mayor, Oscar S. Moreno.
Mayong buntag sa tanan, ay buntag. Of course, tayo po ay nagagalak at honored to have with us today Secretary Eduardo de Rosario. Salamat po sa ating Secretary mismo. Kaklase ni Councilor Romy Calizo, ating 3-term councilor ngayon sa 1st District. Kaklase sila sa PMA. And I hope matawagan si General Calizo na to join us dito sa Lumbia. Dito sa Lumbia. Of course, kang Attorney Nonong, salamat kayo. Salamat kayo. And Mr. Gilbang and the other officials of SUBDIVISION, Councilor Edgar Cabanlas, Engineer Erwin Pimentel, Kapitan Baktong sa mga kagawan, and sa kang Judy ug sa iyang mga kauban sa Homeowners Association. Today is a very, very special moment for all of us, and we are very, very honored na nandito si no less than the Shoot Secretary and ang Presidente sa SUBDIVISION. No? And I remember first time I came out to Balubal for the 2013 elections. A little over 9 years ago. I cannot forget, we had a rally in Poblacion, and there was one man with his colleagues across the rally site, and somebody tipped me that he was the Kapitan. And I approached him and I introduced myself then Kapitan Baktong, no? Wala kami mag-ila, hindi pa kami nagkakilala noon, and I knew that he would not be rooting for me. But of course, I introduced myself and I told him it was my first time to come here sa Balubal, and already I was in love with the place. No? Ang Balubal that time was, inukwento ko nga ng secretary, kalabaw pa nakikita ko sa araw. And straight road but unpaved, and a lonely community. A lonely community. And yet, Balubal is right the gateway to Cagayan de Oro from Bukidnon, no? Particularly from Malaypalay, Manolo Fortins, no? And but Balubal never really got the attention of many. Small community of a growing city, and medyo hindi pansinin, no? Medyo hindi pansinin. Maliit lang, butante noon, mga 300, 400 siguro. And but the prospects of Balubal were very, very potentially profound, no? Grabe, very palpable, good location, a good view of the city, and weather, the climate is sound, and of course, ang problema lang tubig. No, but the location is very strategic. The gateway to Cagayan de Oro City. And ngayon, 9 years after, we are witnessing a major activity that will certainly push Balubal forward to a very competitive barangay in the whole city of Cagayan de Oro. And ako po'y nagpapasalamat sa lahat. No? This would not have been possible kung hindi nagtulungan. And everything just fell at the right time. And everybody just participated with the right combination at the right time. And what we now see is success at its best, no? And we are very, very happy and proud of this. And ako po'y taos-pusong nagpapasalamat sa ating bisyon and sa SUBDIVISION, and of course sa ating mga private sector contributors, no? Yung Balay program, alam mo, yung Balay program is a very challenging program. The law says na ang real estate developer sets aside a portion of their income para corporate social responsibility niya, no? But then the law does not tell him, the developer, kung saan niya ilagay, saan niya ibuko, saan niya i-allocate yung allocable funds niya, no? And ako po'y nagpapasalamat sa kay then of course kay Girly Balaba dahil sayang wala siya dito ngayon, no? But kung wala si Girly, in the first place, this would not have been possible. The seed of this project was sown by Girly, and of course everything else fell in place, no? Tama-tama rin, nag-uumpisa tayo ng ating CHUD, City Housing and Urban Development Department, and from where it was before, in 2013, there was no CHUD, there was EMB, Environment or Management Board or something. Ang grupo lang, ang trabaho lang ng grupo was to ask potential beneficiaries kung sinong binoto nilang mayor. Yun lang ang trabaho nila. Sino binotong mayor? Kung binoto yung administration, okay, you'll be part of the beneficiaries. Kung hindi, sorry, you'll just have to wait for the next project, no? We changed that, and it was a very challenging thing to do. especially in my first term when the city council was totally obstructive, no? Pero we were undeterred. Hindi tayo sumuko and sa awa ng Diyos ngayon, yung pinaghirapan natin ay nagbubunga na and hopefully itong mga successes natin are replicated elsewhere in the city. And I would have wanted to let Misamis Oriental join the crest of the success of Cagayan de Oro, but that was not meant to be. Dahil marami ring mga informal settlers ngayon sa Misamis Oriental, no? But hopefully its time will still come and they ma-realize nila na itong pag-address sa informal settlers, lalo na sa Cagayan de Oro, biktima ng sindong, no? Pinakamahirap, no? In all the years of my experience as a public servant, I have found, without fear of contradiction, that the most difficult service that can be delivered is resettlement. Ito ang pinakamahirap, no? Dahil maghahanap ka pa ng lupa, maghahanap ka pa ng site development, and then ang housing units, no? And then if the LGU were to fund everything, hindi kaya. Hanggang isang project ka lang. So you have to look for ways na magkaroon ng convergence, and that exactly happened here in Cagayan de Oro. Tama-tama din, ang SUBDIVISION has been reorganized and learning from the lessons of the National Home Mortgage Finance Corporation. I remember I was congressman then when I looked closely at the National Home Mortgage. I was in the minority then, kaya napag-aralan ko yung report ng World Bank. Ganito kapal, no? Yung report, yung the sins of the old National Home Mortgage, which, according to the study, brought about the suggestion na dapat i-reorganize. So nabuhay ang Social Housing and Finance Corporation, no? Much better, much stronger, and more defined ang kanyang role, no? And of course ngayon we are seeing yung DSUD.
Chief Executive used the term Columbus, a term which manifests efforts across sectors for the development of the city. This engagement is the first in the city, partnering government agencies towards decent shelter and sustainable community development. Finally, today, 10 completed buildings will be turned over to 240 beneficiaries who were qualified during the application and validation process.